I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi guys, it's too early.
Hi, it's Laura.
And Deb, and it's another early morning episode of I Got the Hell Out. And you have things to do today.
I gotta clean my damn pond.
Nice. Are you gonna get fishies this year?
I don't know. We're debating on that.
Okay. Well, when you come home and there's fishies swimming in it, I don't know who put them there.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway, we were almost done with the show last week, and I popped off with, oh, crap, we didn't have a Kool-Aid recipe.
Oh, we're gonna start early now?
Well, I guess so.
Okay.
This is from Jerry M, okay, off of Facebook. And the recipe is from her daughter, but Jerry named it How to Pop Your Cherry. Okay?
Okay.
She says her daughter was just too shy to come up with a name like that. It's lemonade, black cherry Kool-Aid, and UV cherry vodka, but I don't know what UV is.
UV, maybe it's a brand.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But cherry vodka's
Someone
good.
can let us know.
Drank,
Cherry vodka, yum.
yeah, I remember spilling a bottle of cherry vodka on somebody's cloth, sort of cream color seat in their kitchen. Like you tipped the bottle over and it landed squarely, just, yeah, I was never forgiven for that. Never forgiven for that. The stain never came out.
Wasn't it clear?
Cherry vodka? No,
Yeah.
back then it had...
I was saying, because I have Swedish fish vodka, and it's clear.
We're talking 1990, 91.
Like the beginning of flavored vodkas, maybe?
And it was syrupy type stuff, and it was red. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, I was
no.
never forgiven for that. Sorry, guys.
Because they're listening, I'm sure.
One of them does.
Hey.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Oops.
she says... as soon as her daughter said black cherry Kool-Aid, I was like, write that down. That's Deb's favorite. She goes on to say, laughing out loud, love you guys. Working my way up to the current episode, up to 57. Very excited for your upcoming projects and good luck. She double whammied us at the end. I love it.
Yay.
Good luck and have a happy day. Happy day.
Pagan.
And a sincere apology out there to anybody who listens to us with earbuds.
Why? What?
Around the 12-minute mark, I lost it when you told everybody that, you know, we were up for this nomination
Right.
type thing, and we squealed, and I had my earbuds in at work.
Uh-oh.
And that's when I did this is what it means to blow someone's eardrums out, and we try really hard. Can you imagine if we actually, were professional at this? Everything would be in order. The show would just, like a Good Morning America. They go ping, 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 ping through it.
It would have more than one microphone.
What we have is pathetic.
Well, we technically could have another microphone. We just don't.
We don't know how to work
We
it.
don't know how to work it, and it's just too much effort, honestly.
And this kind of works. If it works and it looks stupid, but it works, it's obviously not stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and by the way, I will be honest, I swore before we started the Mother's Day episode, but you said even if I did, that it didn't count. So,
You know neither one of us is going to clean the other person's car.
I know.
So, we can make all the bets we want. It's not going to happen.
I was still quite impressed with us last year that we both made it. We have one episode that, did we swear on the very first couple? Those sucked anyway.
Oh, we were dropping F-bombs left and right.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Somebody told us about it.
My mom was one of them.
I don't know.
I'm sure your mom was the other one.
Probably. We loved the name, the episode, Something Funny, but last week, it was just the shit show again because we're just getting so busy sometimes with lives.
Yeah.
Where are our assistants? Who's bringing me coffee over here? Come on. Who's going to wipe the sweat off my brow?
Oh yeah, because we're doing so much work.
Anyway, I swear, this episode and any episode could go so many directions because I
That's
always
true.
am thinking about what I want to say, what I want to talk about, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. And then I'll finish my shower and get out and dry myself and grab the book and go,
What the
damn
hell was
it.
What was I gonna write?
It's just not there anymore, and it was just so there. And here I am making all these hand motions again. We need a YouTube channel.
Because those hand motions are pretty special.
Pretty special. We're not going to start bugging you to vote for us until
It actually
next
is
show,
up online.
the next episode. It'll be May 27th.
Yes.
Is when the voting starts. That's Memorial Day.
Yes.
Are you doing? Oh, well, I guess Sunday's not Memorial Day.
Monday is.
Right. So, are you going away or anything?
I don't think
Are you gonna
so.
make me come over here at 9 a.m. again?
No.
I don't even know if I have to work. Well, I probably do have to work.
No, I have to see what's going on next weekend because it's my daughter's birthday next weekend.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Look, I paganized her again.
That's right.
And not only that, birthdays are pagan, remember?
Well, we're going to be celebrating big time.
Cool. Oh, remind me and I'll bring over a thing I got from work. We get a lot of samples and it was a
Ooh.
chocolate peanut butter parfait mousse thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Marie keeps sneaking them out of my freezer.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yep, I got up this morning and there was another one missing.
Marie.
Marie!
You thief.
In case you're wondering, today is the 28th day of the Omer.
I was wondering.
I got to keep track of that crap, and last night was the full moon.
Wasn't it a blue moon or something last night?
I don't know.
Wasn't it supposed to be?
Do you even know what a blue moon is?
It has something to do with crops, doesn't it? It's like the second one in the month. It's a full
No.
moon or something. I guess
No.
apparently I don't know then.
A full moon is...
Not a full moon, but like the blue moon.
A blue moon is a full moon that
Right.
happens twice in the same month.
That's what I just said.
Twice in the same month because
Two
it's
full
a
moons.
28-day cycle approximately.
Right, and every once in a while you're going to get two.
Every once in a while you're going to get a full moon on like the first or the second of the month.
Right.
And in a month that has 31 days, 28 days later, like on the 29th or the 30th.
Right. You're going to get another one.
That's why they say once in a blue moon, because it doesn't happen very often that you get two full moons
In 1 month.
in the same month. Anyway, are you happy to know this now?
I'm very happy to know that.
But I had a friend who was a police officer, and they said people really do go crazy. There's more babies born, the pull of the earth, and I guess when you have a mental illness or an unbalance, it kind of messes with your head too. I mean, think about going up in an airplane. How the
Right.
pressure is different,
Right.
okay?
Well, I mean, there's definitely something to be said about that because think about like how it moves like ocean waves.
Exactly.
And we're, 90% water? I mean, it's like a crazy high amount that our bodies
Not that
are
much. I
water.
think it's like 70.
But I mean, it's a crazy
Anybody
amount.
can
So
make up statistics, you know that.
as little man does, as we have seen.
Oh, before I forget, there was really bad tornadoes in that town. Do you think God is angry and just didn't hit little man? I mean, I feel bad for the people of the town. Nobody really got hurt. It's a lot of just damage and stuff. But I talked to quite a few of my friends and stuff from there, and everybody's okay.
Oh, that's good.
But I really wish it would have like hit little man shit. Wouldn't that have been funny? I mean, one of his houses, something.
Him.
No, I like torturing him every week because I know they listen. Oh, guys out there who just started listening. See, a lot of people, I assume everybody's been listening since the beginning.
Right. Or starting with episode 1.
Yeah, which sucked really bad. Don't ever start with episode 1. Tell people to start with episode 22. That's what I tell everybody. 22.
22.
And skip over the broomstick episode. I hate that episode. Of every episode we got, it's
Why?
because like 90% of it, we're not even talking cult shit. We're just babbling about Halloween and broomsticks.
Oh, okay.
and-
Then skip over that episode.
Hey, in The Walking Dead, when I keep rewatching it, I skip the Cheese Man episode, is all I can tell you.
That means absolutely nothing to me. but
Anybody
okay.
who watches The Walking Dead, Morgan in the Cheese Man, hour long, hated every minute of it.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on.
Talking about non-cult things.
Anyway, Kelly K, I approved her post. If anybody else wants to check out some other creepy ass cults, check it out on the Facebook page. It's a 6 cult documentary. and it's on the Facebook
Nice.
page. A couple people were like, thank you very much.
Okay. Is it the actual documentary, or is it just like a link to?
I think it's a link.
Okay.
I didn't get to watch it yet. When am I going to watch it? Seriously.
Exactly.
I came home from work yesterday and I played out in my happy place in my strawberry patch. I'm going to post that later.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a little fairy house and garden.
Aw.
Yeah. Anyway, oh God, how did I get here?
What the hell was that snort?
Okay, Maria C. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She was looking up the cult a few days ago, and look what popped up on one of her feeds.
Ooh.
It's little man with his little grinny face,
And his hands up.
and he says online viewing is the next best thing to being there for services.
Sure it is.
Well, I'm sure it is because you're at your own house and you have air conditioning, and you don't have to like dress like you're. Anyway,
Yeah.
Maria, if you put the little shithead thing on his face or whatnot, and you got to cover up their little symbols, see, I have to decline this. I can't.
Oh, just because, yeah.
And see, when somebody sends me something like this, I can either approve the post or not. It doesn't let me do anything to it.
Oh, I got you. So you can't add the emoji, but they can.
Right. So anybody
Gotcha.
out there who wants me to post something like this, you got to block anything out that says who they are, their little
Or faces.
Yeah, faces. Yeah, be creative with the emojis.
There's lots to pick from.
And just remember that the normal people out there, I mean, normal's just a setting on a dryer, but they really are trying to be good people. I'd have to say that most of the people out there are sick of what the world is like, being treated the way they are. It is like one big, quote unquote, happy family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? With a common cause, a common goal, common rules. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta decline. And oh gosh, no, X out. Oh God, go away. Phew. Okay. Kate L thinks her grandmother's being trolled by the cult, and she got all this propaganda Facebook posts, and I actually looked through them. That this is not my cult, but I would have to say it is another
one.
culty type entity.
Oh, she's getting trolled by another cult.
I don't know. They use the same words and trying to go back to, the Sabbath is Saturday and whatnot. And anyway, and I would, again, just real briefly, I had a lot of people contact me this week, and I'm only going to read one of them, okay? And I'm not even going to say, she put it best. Okay, out of everybody who contacted me. And she says, Deb, I just started listening to this week's episode, and I truly appreciated your apology. I was also going to send you a message last week. I know that you didn't mean it in a malicious way, and like you said, if we didn't make mistakes, we wouldn't be human. In all honesty, I'm watching what I say more. I mean, I work around 16-year-old kids, and I hear these 20-somethings, and the 16 and 17-year-olds are picking it up too. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Corruption at its finest. Don't let your kids work in... No, I'm kidding. If your kids are corruptible, they're going to get corrupted anywhere. If it's...
Well, not just kids, anybody.
Yes. Anybody. Yeah. Thank you very much for everybody who contacted me. That's all I can tell you. Dean M, he saw a sign he was passing by, okay? And it was for the Divine Mercy Church or something like that, right? And some religious zealot, okay? Because this is the right thing to do, because it says, Jesus, I trust in you,
Okay.
on the sign, right? Some idiot stick went and spray painted, his name is blah, blah, blah.
Ah.
Like, okay, his name isn't Jesus, his name is this, but why would you deface somebody else's property for what they believe in?
Because people were idiots.
Again, back to the cult, and it was like common goals, common everything. I don't know. Anyway, I can't put this up because it got the name in it. God, what else do I have? Okay.
Any more pending posts?
I don't know.
No.
I don't have. Oh, and Chris S. She was sitting in the doctor's office waiting to go in the other day, and she's sitting with her sister, and the receptionist opened a little window and said, "Cult last name, cult last name," and
What?
other people in the world have the last name.
Oh! I was like,
For crying out loud, but
gotcha.
I'm not going to say it.
Yep.
Okay. And
Did she look around?
She said her head snapped up and she started looking around thinking, is she an ex-member? Is she an ex-member?
Oh, that's so funny.
And her sister just kind of nudged her and says, quit being a weirdo. I got carded the other day.
Oh, good for you.
And you know what? I didn't get carded for cigarettes or tobacco. I did not get carded for alcohol.
What'd you get carded for?
I've been carded for some really weird crap in my life. I've been carded for Sharpies.
Okay.
I've been carded for whiteout.
Okay, that's weird.
Interesting fact, whiteout is the most expensive thing on this planet
Why?
because it's sold by 0.2 of an ounce. And if you actually had a gallon of it, it's like
okay.
$100,000 or something like that. So you're going to steal something, steal whiteout. No, I'm not advocating stealing. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, I try so hard, Laura. Oh, God, I try hard. Okay, this is what I got carded for.
Oh, no,
This
you have it.
This is a $4 and 73-cent item in the camping section. And it's tiny.
A commando saw? What is a commando saw?
At the commando saw, it has 8 strands of metal intertwined here. Feel that?
Ooh.
Okay. You can use this to cut. You can also turn it into a bow saw, and you can use it to a snare to catch
Ooh.
game.
Okay.
But it cuts wood, plastic, rubber, soft metal, and bone.
Oh, shut up.
Look, it says it right there.
Yeah, stop it. I watched too many episodes of Criminal Minds. Just stop that.
But here we go again. I looked at this and thought, I have to have this because the apocalypse is still coming in my head because society's going to fall
And you need
at
a
some
saw.
point.
And you need a saw.
Yeah. Everybody has told me it's because you could garrote somebody with this.
Please stop.
And I said you could rip the thing out of your hoodie and use it to garrote somebody. You know what I mean? But apparently this one will sink into your soft flesh.
Stop. Stop.
If you ever need, I could cut you out of your car wreck if I come up to you and you're trapped and your car's on fire. I could saw your leg off to get you out before it explodes.
Can we move on to another topic? Oh my God.
I love looking
So wait,
at
you
your
just bought
face.
that for the hell of it?
Hell yeah. I had a friend get in my car the other day and I have a big bag of stuff in my back and she pulled out this 9-inch butcher knife. And she goes, I really hate to ask, but why?
Yeah, why?
Okay, in case of cheesecake emergencies or you need a stabby stick.
Okay.
What if I get carjacked and somebody throws me into the back of my van and they're driving away? I got a 9-inch blade that I can go right through the back of the seat. Come on.
Oh my God.
You got to be prepared.
I'm glad you're prepared.
Oh, girl, I am a survivor.
stabby
I
stick.
am prepared for... I lived through the cult.
I was just going to say, that's that cult mentality. You are prepared.
Hell, I went out and bought all of those wire cutters. They weren't going to kill me.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah. Oh. We have to... Shall we do Kenny's Corner now or later?
Look, by the smile on your face, we need to do it now.
Really?
Yeah, because you are beaming.
Oh my God. Kenny's going to hell.
Why?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Your face.
Okay. We have a lot of new listeners and a lot of new people on Facebook, and nobody wants to scroll back through a year's worth of photos, memes, all this shit.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll start doing Throwback Thursday and putting some, pictures back on there. And I picked the one from the Dead Sea.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really good time. I got to go to Amsterdam. It was a good consolation prize. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Of course, I didn't get to go the next year. Okay, let me find it here. Okay. Now, I put on here, it was an awesome trip of a lifetime, and I gave Kenny the shit he emoji.
Right.
Did you notice that I left his little beard hanging off of it?
I did not notice
Yeah,
that.
that's his beard hanging off of
Okay.
there. Okay. Now, go to the comments, okay? Sam S. jumped in on the conversation and made an interesting point, okay?
Okay.
He says, or it could be Samantha, I
Right.
don't know, okay? So you can't wear zippers, but can, quote unquote, parade your body around for all to see. For shame, for shame.
Oh, good point.
Okay, now, in thinking back in preparing to go over there and the itinerary that we had, we knew we were going to Masada. We knew we were going to the Dead Sea. We knew we were going to spend a day traipsing around the Mount of Olives. It just, the things you do when you're over there.
Right.
Okay. And there were specific questions asked, and there were specific things that were told. And if you're going to the Dead Sea, what are you going to wear?
Bathing suit.
You
Right.
think, right?
Right.
And by the way, European bathing suits, those little teeny tiny Speedos,
Banana hammocks.
I can just tell you that the Dead Sea had a plethora of different people from different countries.
Wearing Speedos.
Well, no, the men wearing Speedos, you could tell, were from there, okay? I think only the American women were wearing, like, the bikinis, like I'm wearing in this picture.
Okay.
Okay, now, Kenny's wearing nothing but his pair of jean shorts that are still illegal for the cult because they don't cover his knees.
Oh.
And he's
okay.
bare-chested, okay? And I'm in a bikini, right? Now, I wrote back to Sam and said, for some strange reason, we were allowed to do this at the Dead Sea. I guess because there were no other cult members around to actually see us breaking the rules. That's the only thing I can think of, but I was really happy about it because I got to wear what I wanted. Okay? How stupid would I have looked going into the Dead Sea in...
Like Little House on the Prairie.
Yes. Long skirt, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's where Kenny's going to hell.
Oh, God.
Now, we were always taught at the cult that we were supposed to be an example.
Okay.
So that even, the people around us, just like you read in that article, that woman who was the guest writer, and if you talked to me and observed my actions, you would realize I am different.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Because even though you go out away from the cult to do whatever, you're still supposed to maintain their rules. You're still so it really blew my mind that we could wear what we did, because most of the trip, if you notice when I show the pictures,
You're wearing cult approved clothing.
It was cult approved probably the year before. I took short sleeves. I had my capris. I wasn't as covered as I was supposed to be, but
But you were still covered.
Right.
Compared to what I'm assuming most people were wearing.
okay. Here's where Kenny's going to hell. Okay. He was out there, quote unquote, parading his body for all to see. He was
Okay.
not covered up like he's supposed to, right? One of my favorite people in the Facebook group is Tom.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what did Tom say?
Oh God, Tom writes, okay, I've held back and I finally got to say it. Kenny's a total ass, but damn that body. But still an asshole. Oh yeah, you're cute too, Deb. Such a waste of a man. He made another man lust after him because he's not following the rules. Kenny's going to hell. Ouch, I just hit my elbow.
Oh my
Don't blow people's heads out. Ears
God.
out.
Oh, sorry. Don't blow their heads off. Oh my God.
Hi, Tom.
Oh my
You
God.
had a hand in it. You have a hand in helping Kenny get to
Oh
hell.
my God. But damn that body.
And you know what's even funnier? Remember I told you we had sign language class for
Right.
people who wanted to learn to interpret
Yeah.
for we had more than one deaf member. I think we had like 2 or 3. but the other ones lived out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is the letter K in sign language.
Mm-hmm.
And Kenny's bald.
Right.
So I was making the bald motion like this with the letter K,
Mm-hmm.
that he's bald and it's Ken.
Right.
And that's when my friend who's deaf busted out completely laughing, because the motion that I'm making, it means somebody is gay or they play for the same team. Do you know what I mean? So I must have called that way back when.
Oh my God.
Kenny's going to hell. Kenny's
God.
going to hell. Because he didn't follow the rules.
And look what happened.
He made a man lust after him. Isn't that hysterical?
Oh my God.
Do you think he has to go repent now?
You might have
Oh,
to.
and for those of you who don't know, the cult listens to us. I'm pretty sure Kenny listens to us. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Fantastic.
And if you don't want people to say bad things about you,
Don't do bad things.
shouldn't do bad things to people. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Tom, for helping send Kenny straight to hell. I love it. I just freaking, I was in tears, Laura, for probably 10 minutes. And I wanted to tell you so badly, but, hey.
Oh my God, that is priceless.
And look at this. I don't know if he went to the bathroom or he was adjusting his crotch, but look at the big mud stain.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I just noticed that. He has a huge mud stain.
Where everything else is just blue jeans.
Right. So definitely his hands were definitely down there.
So was he peeing or was he adjusting himself or...
I do not know.
But look at that.
That's
he set himself
funny.
up for hell. Ken, better go repent. I don't know what your punishment's going to be, dude.
Made another man lust.
Oh my God, Kenny's got his own fan base now. Shit!
Maybe he has to start a podcast.
Yeah, right. Somebody said something about mine and Kenny's cafe restaurant.
Uh-huh.
To set everybody straight, Kenny didn't do a jack shitting thing there except eat pain pills and lay on the back floor on a sleeping bag. Okay? Seriously? And then when he got up from his haze, he'd at least grab a coffee pot and wander through there talking to people and refilling
Pouring coffee.
It was such a small place, though. We had a waitress, and that was her job. He just wanted to bullshit with people and appear like he was working. And, of course, it had to appear like it was his restaurant because, heaven forbid it was mine.
Well, we can't
have that, No. Okay. Well, shall we launch into today's topic?
We actually have a topic.
Well, yeah, we've had the same topic for the past 3 weeks.
Why don't we go into it before we get distracted with something else?
Okay.
Because that's bound to happen.
We always get distracted. We're gonna always be distracted. It just is the way it is. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this was another difficult one to write because we've covered a lot of topics and we've covered. We've covered a lot of different aspects of things and whatnot. And some of the stuff I'm going to say might overlap something else in a different episode, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked about preparing to get out, okay? And I don't know if I mentioned that I tried to just not go to services. And I didn't bring any unclean food in the house. I didn't do the bad things. It was like I kept the rules, but I just wasn't going there anymore. Don't make me listen to this shit.
Right. Was it more like an act of rebellion or you just didn't care?
I had enough.
Yeah, okay.
You get to a point that you just have enough. And I decided, because Kenny's real parents, one went to the Worldwide Church of God and the other one celebrated Christmas. They tolerated each other. And I just figured I'd just quit going and everything would be fine. But, the cult has to stir up the shit pot all the time. And he was told that a house divided cannot stand, which is a Bible verse.
Right.
And either he had to make me come back or, do you know what I mean? And that didn't work. I tried a lot of different things before I finally says, I had enough, I have to get a divorce. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in looking back, I told you he stole my mom's house
Right.
by squatting. And I don't even remember what it was, but he got really, really angry the one day, and I think it was after I filed for divorce because I was still living back there, and that's when the sheriff's department would show up and he would make them think I was crazy.
Oh, that's right. You said
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened, but he started pulling everything out of my mom's house, all her furniture, all her shit,
Where did he put it?
in the yard.
What?
And I had been planning on moving anyway because the man was torturing the hell out of me. What I didn't know then was if I abandoned and moved someplace else, I'm considering abandoning that property, and he automatically got it in the divorce. Again, Deb got screwed.
Right.
Yeah, he got everything. I mean, I got my dignity. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And that's
Priceless.
And I got my life back, and I had gotten my kids out. I did everything I could, and here we sit. But after he drove me off the property, probably at the advice of his attorney, which I'm speculating, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why else would you do that other than, Mr. Cult member, if you can make your wife's life miserable enough and get her to move the hell off of that property,
It's yours.
it's going to be yours, right? And I wanted the hell out of there anyway because originally I told that man he could have everything. Just give me my kids, personal possession, X amount of dollars,
Let me go.
my car. Told him he'd never have to pay $1 in child support. Just let us go. The kids were young enough. They were 3 and 6, maybe about to turn 4 and 7. I don't know. But young enough that it would have hurt them in the beginning. But moving up here, they would have totally forgot about the cult life, except for brief glimpses. And if he's not contacting them, it gives me an opportunity to let them have a life. Okay? Well, after I was driven off of my property, I started working for the only person that wasn't a cult member that I knew. Okay? And in all honesty, it was the loneliest, hardest couple of years I have ever lived. I had just bought my flea market, and 3 months later found out I could leave that state. But here I am saddled with all of this stuff. Okay? It had taken 3 tractor trailers full to get it out of there.
From the flea market?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was 5,000 square feet. It was an old Pepsi Cola bottling
Oh my
plant.
gosh.
It was beautiful. I would probably still be there if my landlord wouldn't have sold the property. Anyway, digressing. As everything that's happened, it's probably a damn good thing that I bought that and it was keeping me there. Because 6 months after signing the divorce papers, I own a flea market for 3-4 months, right? Mm-hmm. And I can't leave. And that's when, Kenny laughed at me in that police department parking lot that, he got my attorney to do me dirty. And again, I can't prove it, but I know what happened. And I know how and why I got screwed down to I couldn't leave that state with my kids other than a visit back here.
Right.
It was worded that I would lose immediate and custody of my kids.
My God. What was your initial reaction when you
Well, see, what
discovered
happened
that?
was, Kenny's a braggart. He likes to, ha ha ha, I won. Ha ha ha, you're branded with my name and cult name. And I'm sorry. I just let life go and it does its thing. I don't have to brag about shit. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I actually took my divorce decree to another attorney, and he read through it, and he's like, he couldn't believe that there were entire chunks that's in a normal divorce missing.
Oh man.
There were things he'd never seen in a divorce decree in there, including I couldn't leave there without losing my kids to that man, paying like $1,200 a month in child support. I mean, I would not ever see them on holidays. I'd lose everything, every shred of them, because I'm betting he really thought I would probably head for the hills as soon as that divorce decree was signed. And like I said, everything happens for a reason at this point, and I'm saddled with this, and he couldn't help but brag. And, it took a while, but I was finally allowed to leave that state. But I had to spend 5 more years there. And when you leave a cult, it's lonely. I went from having all of these people and friends and sightings of the new moon, and I mean, in the end, it was miserable, but it was still community, and it was still my handful of friends. Kept stopping at my one friend's house, and she lived outside the gates. And I only got to stop about 3 or 4 times because, of course, I'm, within sight of the gates, and people, members that are still members, are driving by and, gawking because.
Oh, and there you are.
And there I am sitting on her porch wearing shorts I'm not supposed to be wearing. My knees were showing.
Oh, no. Can't have your knees showing. Can't see those shoulders.
No, you can't do that. And she really, really wanted to be my friend still, but she was getting so much flack from her husband and other ex-members, I couldn't go back there anymore. And she was deaf, so she didn't have a phone, so I couldn't exactly call.
Right.
I mean, this was back when there was email, but there was no guarantee that her husband wasn't going to open it up. And
so you didn't want to chance it?
Exactly.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I want to say on this show, and you know that. But I can't and I won't, because there's people that it might hurt.
Right.
They might get in trouble. Who knows what might happen to them. Other things I want to say, they're not my things to say. Other things are surprises that you know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just love to let so much out there, but can't do it yet. Wow, I moved into this little house on the south side of town. And, when you're only getting $400 a month in child support, that ain't jack shit.
That's nothing.
That didn't even cover my rent. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got screwed from the beginning because of what Kenny makes. I should have been getting about $850 a month from the beginning. But of course you can't pay the cult your ties and pay your children. So sorry, kids. God means more. He needs the money more.
Yeah, little man needs the money.
Little man needs money more.
That's okay if you're hungry. That's okay.
Anyway, I don't know how I got through the first year, because moved into this little house because Kenny's throwing everybody's shit everywhere. And I don't remember if my friend had a trailer or I had a trailer or Kenny had a trailer and took it to the house that I ended up renting. But my gosh, my alarm would go off at 5:30 in the morning. And I would get my kids up about 10 to 6. And the Y opened before Jess's school opened for, before school care. Mm-hmm. The Y was open, I think at 6:30 in the morning. So, and it was a big diamond shape is all I can say. My house, think of the edges of a kite.
Okay.
I'm at the top. Mm-hmm. I have to go all the way down one edge to where the other stick is.
Okay.
To drop my youngest son off at the Y at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
To shoot straight across town. Literally, I can go from the south side of town all the way up to the north side where I have to take him to drop him off for school. Okay? And then the bottom of the kite, I have to leave his school and drive all the way down over here to be at work by 7. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
7:30. I forget what it was. 7 or 7:30. But then I worked until 5:30. Okay. And then you have to pick both of them up. You have 1/2 hour because they charge you $1 a minute for each minute you're late. So we're doing the backwards kite. Now I can pick either kid because they're on either end of the kite.
Right.
But yeah, you gotta instantly leave work at 5. I had to leave work at 5:30 to go get one and get the other by 6 o'clock. And I'm telling you, sometimes I was there with
Flooring it.
2 minutes to 6, and it's the last kid getting picked up.
Oh, geez.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tried really hard to get them into scouts, baseball, extracurricular activities. And you meet people like baseball parents. Mm-hmm. Oh, and they're so cute when they're, 7 years old playing on their team for the first time. But these people all know each other. And you're like on the outer edge.
Yeah.
And my kids would get invited to birthday parties, like at the Nickel Arcade. That's where us poor moms had our birthday parties. Okay? I remember this one other really young mom. She's like, thank God for the dollar store. And she's pulling out bags of like the butterscotch discs and root beer barrels.
Those aren't bad.
But they're...
But for little kids, they're probably like, what the hell?
I mean, I understand it's party favors and it's cheap.
Right.
But I don't think much of that got taken. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'd meet people like that, and I'd talk to them. But nobody ever wants your phone number. Nobody ever, it's like, hi, how are you?
Yeah, no.
See you sometime.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I've been in situations like that where they're just cordial because they have to be.
Or there's no one else to talk to at this kid's birthday party.
But they really don't want anything to do with you outside of
right
where you are.
Right.
Yep.
And that's a whole nother, thing that, people, but I mean, like my neighbors next door, they were really nice people. And my kids would play next door, but they never invited me next door to eat with the barbecue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of everybody that I met in that town in the 5 years that I spent there, I only talked to 2 people, and one of them wasn't even from that town, and she moved back to Washington. Hi, Tony. And the woman that I knew from that wasn't in the cult. Everybody else, I mean, nobody cared to keep up with me or call or... Those were lonely, lonely days, and I tried to fit in, tried so hard to fit in. And once a month, the school would have the skating rink night, okay? And all of us moms that were there, because most kids would just get dropped off because parents had other things to do. But I always volunteered to be a chaperone, and, that didn't get me liked. I trustfully brought my scissors every week because we would cut out the box tops for education.
I'm like, oh, dear God, why'd you bring scissors?
Well,
with you, it could be anything.
In case you have to cut out box tops for education or you need them as stabby sticks.
I was just going to say, you have a stabby stick in your car. God only knows why you needed scissors. But
oh my gosh, at work, I have to take a picture of this for you. It's a pair of scissors that I have never seen. This scissors, one top of it has a bottle opener on it. The other side of the top of the scissors has a flathead screwdriver.
What?
And you can, here's the cool part. They come apart and you suddenly have like a ninja double stabby sticks.
It has your name written all over it.
I gotta get me a pair of these because
my
see,
God.
I don't steal and they're kind of grungy anyway. But
You gotta find out where they got them.
ninja stabby sticks. I wish I had them in a
Ninjas
cult.
are us.
Anyway.
Back to box tops.
Yeah, so I'd sit there and, all these women know each other. Their kids have gone to school since preschool. And my son started in 2nd grade. So they got a big head start on.
Right.
They've been in scouts together. They've been in the same classrooms. And here comes this outsider comes from the cult. Still has a culty name. Kids have culty names. See, my kids renamed themselves. They're Jess and Dan. They're not their cult names.
Right. Now, did these women all know that you came from a cult, or did they just think you were just new?
I'm sure they knew.
Okay, but I mean, you didn't tell them, or did you guys talk about it?
Come on, I had the last name. There was only one other family in town that had the last name that didn't belong to the cult.
So that was enough for them to be like, okay, she's from the cult.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
I experienced flat out people who would not speak to me when I worked in a company of 300 when they found out I was a cult member, still in the cult. They refused to speak to me. It was weird. I worked there for a month and a half, and there was a small group of us that would sit in the same cubbies, and we'd write notes to each other, bullshit, share snacks. And anyway, for whatever reason, my supervisor came and said something to me, and I don't even remember what it was, but it came out that, I can't work on Saturday because I have to go to services.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe, yelling out last name.
Yeah.
And then my first name is Debria. I mean, it isn't even Deborah anymore. Kind of screams cult member.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that town was really prejudiced against us back then. Okay? Which, who wouldn't be? Crazy ass cult.
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'll let you know what the people of the town used to call them.
Oh,
I think
geez.
I've told you, but I can't
I
say it
think
on
you-
it.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
say
yeah.
it here yet. Can't say it yet.
Someday.
But I had my bubble mug.
Your what?
My big coffee mug.
Your bubble mug?
Bubba
Oh, this is
K.
your bubble mug. I'm like, what the hell's a bubble
The
mug?
big green one.
Right, yeah.
That holds a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes I would take a large to-go cup or whatnot, but back then it was a lot of vodka, a lot of wine and stuff.
I can imagine.
I wasn't the only one.
Oh, hell
All I
no.
can tell you, all them moms brought their own cups, and I seen a couple of them going to the bathroom together, giggling, and one patting her purse. Come on. Anyway, the last time I participated in the adult games, I guess I was feeling better than I thought, because
Uh-oh.
it was a race around the skating rink to see who won.
Mm-hmm.
Adults. And it was me and one other person. And I
Wait,
went...
total?
Yeah.
Just 2 people?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's funny to watch the little kids race, okay?
Oh, right.
But anyway, yeah, I go around that first curve and I got my legs all tangled up.
So it was like roller derby?
No, it was a race. Once around.
But I'm just saying, it sounds like you were doing like roller derby.
I crashed myself. I'm going around the bend, and you know how you do the crossover with your feet?
Right.
Well, my feet didn't make it. And
Oh my gosh.
the next thing you know, I'm rolling across the floor, and you hear the collective gasp of, yeah, I was
Oh my
mortified. My kids were mortified.
I wish I could have seen that.
There's a lot of shit you wish you would have seen. But, I tried so hard to make friends, and like you said, it's people don't really want to let new people in. A lot
No.
of
Oh,
times.
no. No, I found that out.
And especially when you're still, kind of affiliated with the crazy people. My favorite laundromat was on South 11th. Okay.
Okay, where are you going with this?
The house I rented didn't have a washer or a dryer.
Okay.
Okay. And, every Thursday would be Kenny's 6 to 8 visitation. Like, I'm going to show them I'm a good daddy. But I'd take our clothes and a 6-pack of beer to the South 7th laundromat. South 11th, I'm sorry. Or was it 7th? I don't know. 7th, 11th, they kind of rhyme. Anyway, I called it the Twilight Zone laundromat. There was, of all the years I used that, I think I used it for 2 years till I moved. There was never a soul in there but me. And
Oh, that's creepy.
half of the machines didn't work, okay? But somebody must have used this laundromat because they had pieces of duct tape. And if the machine didn't work or didn't get hot, somebody duct taped over the coin slot and put what was wrong with it. Doesn't work, doesn't get hot, doesn't turn. So there was only so many machines. But it was the creepiest, weirdest, coolest place to do laundry because, I even, would do weird shit. I'd dance around just to see if anybody else would come in, and look at the weird lady dancing between the machines. And I didn't even have a friend to go do laundry at their house. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I really learned to like myself a lot back then. I really hated myself and thought I was a failure. I wasn't a good mom. That's why I post a lot of the shit that I post, because I'm betting that there's a lot of people out there that beat themselves up every day. I'm not good enough. I'm too heavy. I'm too skinny. I don't make enough money. I could be a better parent. And if you're doing the best you can, that's about all you can do in life. And you're the only person that you're going to wake up with every morning. You know that, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you've
Right.
got a significant other, your kids, whatever. You are the only person that you will ever wake up with every morning. And you better start learning to like yourself.
That's all you got.
And it's not overnight. I mean, I can't tell you how many times a day I look at in my own head and go, you dumbass. And, you know, but I do it funny now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe you did that, you dumbass.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying it being funny, but whenever you're fully believing it, that's a different story.
Yeah. And in not trying to have a pity party for myself when Kenny had my kids, or he had them on Wednesdays or Thursdays, the visitation changed year to year or whatnot, because he got them first, third, and fifth weekends, and I got them even weekends. And that is so that all the divorced dads can hang out with their kids. All the divorced moms can plan shit.
Okay.
I mean, the legal system was at least smart enough to
figure that
out, because who wants to hear fighting about, well, all my friends have their kids first, third, and fifth. You know, why do I have them second? And so, yeah, the justice system was at least smart enough about that. But I had to make myself do things. And I would go out and get myself a nice meal. And I couldn't look around at people yet and people watch anymore yet. I got back up to that. But I'd take a book or something I wasn't allowed to do. And just enjoy the moment that I'm doing what I want to do. Not what I'm being told to do. Not being told what I can eat, what I can have. And I mean, it's still taking years to get my life back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, and it's not overnight that it happens. In looking back, one of the coolest things that happened during that time was kept trying to figure out things to do alone because, hey, nobody wants to do anything with me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I figured the movies. I can hide in the movies. I've seen single people go to the movies before. And so that weekend, it was during services, of course. And I have to go to the early movie, Laura, or I fall asleep.
Oh,
It has to be it has to be the matinee, or it's guaranteed I can't stay awake. But I walked in, 15, 20 minutes early, because where the hell else do I have to be? It's the first movie of the day. The movie's been out for a while. It was Stephen King Dreamcatcher. Love scary movies. Read the book that I wasn't supposed to read. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. Ooh.
Ooh. But I think it was $2 day or something. The matinee was like $2.
Right, they're always true. Yeah.
Anyway. But I walked into the theater with my tub of popcorn and my snacks hidden strategically, other places, because
Your candy, you're sneaking in.
I can't buy $5 box of
Oh,
Milk Duds.
it's completely ridiculous.
No.
Yeah. You can go to Walmart and get it for $1.
Exactly. But I buy the popcorn. They get
Well, you have to. That's like a law. You need to have popcorn at the movie theater.
and I sneak my milk in, so, unless I get a Slurpee.
Oh my God. Oh, milk and popcorn.
I drink milk with everything. My friend was
Oh my
horrified
gosh.
the other day that we were drinking beer. And
Please don't tell me you mix the beer and milk.
well, then it was time to eat. And so I put the beer down, grabbed a plate of food, and I grabbed my milk.
Oh.
And I drank milk with my food. And then when that was done, I
back
put
to
the
beer.
milk back and cleaned my
Oh
plate
my
off and
gosh.
picked my beer back up. Oh, look at your face.
Ooh.
Anyway, I ended up being the only person in that movie theater. It's the only time it happened to me.
Oh, wow.
And it was really cool because I threw pieces of popcorn and I yelled and I put my feet up on the seat ahead of me. At one point, I actually stood up and made little hand things in front of the projector.
Oh my God.
If I hadn't been losing my mind back then, I don't think I would have survived. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I was doing everything and anything I could to be weird, to
Make yourself laugh.
make myself snap out of what I was going through. And yeah, I just and I made bunnies and I made the little look, I'm making them the little, what are they, birds?
Little birds.
I don't know, but other than I tried some other ones, but it all came out
What?
like Van Gogh looking stuff. I couldn't figure out how to Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was, looking back, that was the coolest movie. And I forced myself to go. I had to force myself out of my comfort zone. And if you want to go anywhere, you have to force yourself out of your comfort zone to become who you are.
And that really sucks at times.
And in all honesty, I had to let everything go. I had to let everything go in order to start finding myself again. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yep. Totally does.
I mean, as bad as you don't want to let go of something, sometimes holding on to it hurts more. Janis Joplin said it best. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. And when you get that mindset that I am good enough, I can do this. Even if I can't, I did my best. Let's roll with it.
I tried,
because life's going to smack you upside the head with a lot of shit. And you don't have a lot of choice in it sometimes, but it's all in how you deal with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I started gaining my freedom back and gaining my mind back. And it took a lot of years, Laura. It still sometimes is hard. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I got my new work clothes on. Are you proud of me?
Looking pretty snazzy, I know.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing jeans. I wore shorts the other day.
Ooh, you showed those knees. Ooh.
Anyway, guys, in conclusion of today's topic of it was a shitty, lonely time in my life, but you can get through it too. I'm always here. You can I get a lot of private messages. I get a lot of Facebook messages. I'm the only one who vets anything for Facebook. So even if that's the only way you can get a hold of me, I will never post something private, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so whatever you need to say, say it.
And sometimes all you need is somebody to talk to. That was the
Oh,
shittiest part,
yeah.
Laura. I could talk to my friend that I worked for. I could only call home so much. I didn't have any friends left back here. And the loneliness just really sucked. So...
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's like the person might not be able to help you, but just the venting
Yes.
helps tremendously.
Just even to know that somebody will listen to you.
Or someone cares.
Right, because back then, I didn't even have that. I would... My stepsister, she got me a full-length mirror for the very first Christmas, and I asked her why, and she says, Deb, you don't have a damn mirror in your house except for the one that came in the bathroom. Because you were taught appearances didn't matter. You really didn't need to look in the mirror, because what are you doing? Putting your makeup on to have somebody lust after you? Why are you fixing your hair like that? So that some guy's looking at you?
It's all a sin.
It's all a sin. And I didn't even realize I didn't have mirrors. Yeah, I got my snazzy pants on. Maybe I'll let you take a picture of me later.
Alrighty.
Anyway, we are almost out of time again, huh? Ain't we? Ain't that cruddy? What?
Isn't that cruddy?
It's cruddy, crappy.
What are you looking for?
I got all kinds of stuff. Like, look, they got the children's lamplight service. They were like, send us your pictures.
Ooh.
In this book, okay, I turned it upside down and enlarged it. And this child is supposedly reading, in the mother's womb, is one page, and up to today, ? I will declare your name to my brothers. So who knows what they're teaching these people.
Oh my gosh.
Creepy. Ex-member Tom, he always cracks me up. Remember I told you about falling asleep during services? And
Yes.
he says, my brother and I used to stay awake by watching other people fall asleep. We saw some hilarious shit. Nobody was exempt from the sleep bug. When it was overly warm in the sanctuary, a lot of people would nod off, including the elders and the priests.
Oh no.
Oh, it was. It was funny to watch people nodding off. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I just like how the elders were nodding off.
Well, they could do anything they wanted. Do you know what I mean? Really. But they're the elders. And little man didn't sit with the common folk. He's probably sleeping in his office.
I was going to say, didn't he just come out whenever it was time for him to talk?
Yes.
And then he disappeared behind the Wizard of Oz curtain.
Well, yeah, then he'd go back to his office where it was air conditioned. And
of course.
And he had a nice box of chocolates to eat. I don't address little man often enough, you know? I don't.
Maybe
I really
next
don't.
episode.
I don't know. Hey, little man, you still listen to us? You know, a lot of people are surprised that I haven't gotten a letter, a phone call, an email. But then again, they would have to acknowledge that I'm actually doing this, huh?
True.
Yeah, they listen. To all you out there listening to us, the cult knows what we're doing. They're not real happy about it. And, oh well. You know, that's what I got to say
It's
about
your
that.
story.
It's
It's your story.
okay, and I laughed about this, okay? Imagine you work at a print shop, okay? This is a thread on Instagram or something like that. And Retail Musing says, I'm pretty sure religious pamphlets left all over our store shelves are not an effective way of recruiting people. You get a 0 for 5 for effort and a -5 for littering, okay? And this evil sales associate comes on and says, I love pointing out to customers all of the printing defects that could have been avoided by having their next propaganda project created in our print center.
Oh, that's so funny.
And somebody comes on, I can't even tell you how much I love this. Laura, think about all of the printing mistakes that we come across, the typos.
Oh, no kidding.
It blows my mind that they're supposed to be printing all of this propaganda. And they can't even spell words,
There's
right?
no punctuation.
Oh gosh, it is what it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh wow, how much time do we have left?
We are at 101.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. You know that.
Mm-hmm. So that's about it.
Okie doke. Oh, you know what? We should really have everybody pray that Kenny doesn't go to hell.
That's right. We wouldn't want that to happen.
No. That wouldn't be good, would it? Hi, Ken. You know what? I think I get too much pleasure at rubbing salt into his wounds at this point. And
Well, that's because he did that to you for so long.
years. Gosh, I love this. Anyway, karma's a bitch. And you know, I don't make stuff up.
Nope.
So
It's your story of what happened to you.
yeah, burn my shit in the burn barrel. Make my kids burn my shit. You suck. Hey, I got new clothes out of it.
Hey, that's a bonus.
And look, here's my happy place with my little gnome village
Oh.
and my strawberry patch behind
Oh,
it.
how cute.
Has a blueberry bush. You see my sheep in the back?
Mm-hmm.
That's my neighbor's house, not mine.
Okay.
That's how close our houses are.
Okay.
But see, if you ever came to my house, you would know these things.
I will.
Yeah, like you're gonna do that and listen to a podcast.
Oh, you know what? Leave me
You're
alone.
gonna watch Waco and
We're
you're
out
gonna
of
clean
time.
my car.
We're out of time. We're out of time. I'm gonna cut you off.
All right, guys. She's cutting me off. Anybody who needs to talk ever, contact me day or night. I am astounded by, you know, Laura, I've always wanted to help people. That's why the nonprofit, it's still up there, but I don't mention it much
Right.
anymore, okay? I'm still kind of stuck on some stuff. And my gosh, life just passes us by.
Yep.
Anyway, I at least wrote the show this week. Took me
Yes.
3 weeks to do it, but yeah, send us questions, memes. If you feel alone, please know you're not alone. You at least got me and Laura.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll answer anybody, won't
Oh
you?
yeah, absolutely.
And I would text you and say, you know, hey, check out the Pending Post on Facebook. Somebody wants to talk to you.
Yep, absolutely.
So don't ever feel alone, guys. I felt alone for so long, and I guess maybe that was my path because I had to learn to like myself again. Pink. I like Pink a lot, not the color, the singer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One of the lines in her song, which I had to keep repeating to myself, that was my mantra for a long time. Change the voices in your head, make them like you instead.
Those are some good words to live by.
Because I seriously, I was beating myself up over things I had no control over. And the voices in my head, we all have the voices in our head. You know, you put something on, oh, you don't look good in that. You look too heavy. You look too skinny. You know, your hair's turning gray. Oh, all those wrinkles. Whatever it is. I will never dye my hair. I will gracefully go gray because that's what people do. You, on the other hand, are a girly girl and do your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to shock you and floor you right now.
What?
I've been trying to break out of some other shit mentally still.
Uh-huh.
You see the pants I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let you take me shopping for some things other than t-shirts and jeans.
No.
Yeah, because, the drag queen liked your getup, okay? And the more I thought about it, I've gone through your bag of Goodwill shit and have snagged a thing or two, but I don't wear them out in public. I wear, one of the tank tops
You
to
don't
bed.
wear that out in public, girl. Come on.
I'm working on it. I wish I had a picture of what I wore out the other night to the bar when I told you we went out. I was totally out of my...
Nice.
I went to Walmart.
Good for you.
Totally went to Walmart and bought something that I wouldn't
Good for
normally
you.
buy. So, you gonna go shopping with me?
Hell yeah.
Oh, good Lord. My skin's just crawling at the thought of it.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't have any pants anymore. All the ass is ripped out of my jeans.
You blew them out.
They're all blown out because I literally counted them the other day, Laura. I have 15 pairs of my Levi's and 13 of the asses are blown out.
Why do you still have them?
Because hopefully someday magically they'll all be repaired.
What, the ass fairy is going to show up?
Maybe. I have this wonderful idea of
Oh my God.
getting the stretchy fabric and
No.
putting it inside where the ass crack came out.
No.
And starting a new fad because
No.
everybody's jeans are ripped these days.
Not in the ass, though.
But I could start that fad. I have been
No.
wearing
We're
ripped
going
jeans
shopping.
for years.
We're going shopping.
I'm scared.
We're going shopping.
Do you have any idea where we would go? I
We
go
go
to Gabe's.
That's fine.
That's where I go.
Here, you can
Look,
find...
I got shoes there. That's where I got my
Those
shoes.
are sweet.
And these were $4 pants at Walmart.
You can find good stuff anywhere.
Walmart
Anywhere.
Has,
I
Walmart
don't
has
care.
tank tops for $2, $1.98. I mean, is that your China slave labor?
Oh, hell yeah. Big time.
Okay, well, we're not even going to go there. We're done for today, guys. I guess I'm going shopping.
Yes, you are.
At some
Yay.
point. Oh, God, look at the look in your eyeballs. I'm scared.
Clothes shopping.
Yeah, well, we're going to discuss the problems of clothes shopping when we get off here.
All right, that we will do.
Okay, because you're going to look at me and go, I hate you.
Oh, that you're so thin, yeah.
I have to wear kids' clothes.
Shut up.
Okay, now it's out there. And what's hysterical is, a girl's size 12 fits me, but it's flood pants. And a 16, I
Right.
have to cinch the waist with... they still have the rubber. They have the elastics in it with
Oh
the
my
buttons.
God, where you can adjust the waist?
Yeah, so I buy the
Oh my God,
16s
that's
and
so
I pull
funny.
the elastic 16 times on the side. And when I take them off, it's like this.
Just stop.
We all got our own problems.
Just stop.
I would like to be able to go into a normal store and buy something, okay? I really would. Anyway.
All right, kids department, here we come.
And by the way, kids' underwear on an adult look creepy. So I actually don't buy those.
Dear God, I hope not.
How did we get on this subject?
I don't know.
Clothes shopping. All right, guys, we gotta go. Just guard the last 5 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, please.
It's too early in the morning. It's
is
the shit
early.
show. Another episode. All right. Well, I guess I'm going out to lunch and going to work.
Yep.
All right, guys. Till next time. It's been Deb,
And Laura.
and I got the hell out, and so can you.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye, guys.